since they've made some of the acquisitions, like Nico Gioacchini, who's alongside Yu Yakubo up top. Crowned U.S. Open Cup champions. They are going to have 5 changes from that win against Sporting Kansas City. 3 massive points on the line here at TQL Stadium in some cross-conference action as Ismir Pekmic gets us underway from downtown Cincinnati as we invite you to turn off the world and turn on the game. It is LAFC and the orange and blue of FC Cincinnati. For Lucho Acosta for the first time tonight, and that is a reckless challenge from Maxime Chanot, and he's immediately going to go into the book. VAR will take a look at it since he's arrived at the club. Here's Oliveira challenging Murphy. It's Kike Oliveira and a big save from Celentano. O'Brien back for Bogusz, looking for a curler. Pinballs around, Martinez again. And now Kamara. Kubo asking for it. Murphy stood up by O'Brien. Things opening up for the black and gold. It's Lewis O'Brien from distance, and Celentano needed to be sharp as that did take a deflection. And a little bit of frustration starting to mount here for the home side as Martinez gets a fortuitous bounce, and he's trying to skip away from Robinson. Martinez fending off the defender and just pulls it wide. I'll tell you what, that's really strong stuff from the teenager because there's not many who can fend off. Luka got it away for Acosta, who was trying to slip through the legs of Eddie Segura. And now LAFC on the counterattack. Bogusz. Great little pass for David Martinez, and Celentano, another big save. But that didn't stop another sellout crowd from finding their way to TQL. In a massive game as Acosta lets that run through. Gioacchini taken down by Sergio Palencia, and a set-piece opportunity. But that's the first time tonight as Palencia goes into the book.
At times I'm not afraid to go wide when it's needed defensively.
And away we go, and the first substitution of the night made by Pat Noonan, but not on his own accord. Here's David Martinez working on Murphy. It's Martinez, and it's 1-0 to LAFC. The teenager providing a massive spark on the road following the U.S. Open Cup win on Wednesday night, and the black and gold against the script take a 1-0 lead.
Well, we've said it time and time again, early stages of this game, it's Cincinnati giving the ball away in dangerous areas. That means they're out of the game. Then it's brilliant play from O'Brien, goes right through the heart of the team, and then it's brilliant play as well. You just see Martinez just gets the ball where he wants to get it, but you can just see how stretched they are now. All of a sudden, Robinson gets dragged in. That means that Murphy then has to come a little bit more narrow. That enables then Martinez to get on the ball, and it's a wonderful finish with his left foot. He just tucks inside. Just that touch there, which opens everything up and gives Celentano absolutely no chance whatsoever. But Cincinnati takes the deflection, but take nothing away from the strike. Cincinnati, the masters of their own downfall.
In-swinger from Ortashano. This ball is much better. Won by Cincinnati, and Gioacchini on the doorstep could not punch it home. It is Bogusz, and it takes a deflection and almost fell really kindly to Maxime Chanot. Chidozie Awaziem in the first half, able to scurry away from trouble. And still Powell. Still Alvis Powell. And Hugo Lloris, for the first time tonight, had to make a save because Alvis Powell went no fewer than 50 yards without being touched.
Run this is from Powell. He just has one thing in his mind. He gets the ball and he's like, there's no options. I'm just going to keep going. And he does exactly that and brings out an incredible save from Lloris. But that is so much better from Cincinnati. Being direct. This is one of your centre-backs. A little bit fortuitous. See where it hits on him.
Outswinger from Acosta. It's Powell up for it. Diving header away by Campos. Costa trying to keep it in the neighborhood and eventually stabbed away by Ilie. Again, Cincinnati continue to work down this right-hand side of the LAFC defense. Balls for Acosta. It's Yedlin who angles it straight at Hugo Lloris. Well, if you're playing against FC Cincinnati, your number one goal is to limit that man, Lucho Acosta, but keeping track of him is the most difficult part. Ortashano teeing one up. And we're level. It took a deflection on the way in, but Ortashano and the FC Cincinnati faithful will not care. It's 1-1.
It's the first time LAFC have switched off and Cincinnati get the equalizer. It's a great strike from Ortashano, but you just see Kamara, the centre forward, He's feeling as though he has to get something on it, but he doesn't get enough on it to put it over the bar and leaves Lloris absolutely stranded. But LAFC have been so good all game, and the one time they switch off, that man in your picture just trying to gain control in the midfield area themselves. It is more of a 3-5-2 now with that extra man in midfield because Cincinnati start to take control.
Kubo showed some daylight, and Hugo Lloris able to make the save. Bouanga. How does he do it? From an impossible angle against the run of play in this second half. Denny Bouanga making his presence felt in downtown Cincinnati.
Giroud, because you just see he's coming up against Robinson, and what he wants to do is make it really, really difficult for Robinson to be able to win the ball and him in fact get one of his teammates in. Murphy does well initially, but the problem is now he backs off. The minute you back off a player like Bouanga and he gets into the penalty box, it's near enough game over. It's so difficult. He has to try and show him further down the line and not allow him to take that touch to get into the box. Celentano will be disappointed that he was beaten at the near post, but it was just the pure pace from Bouanga. Now he's in the box, there's only one thing in his mind, and that is to get a strike on target. He does that and gives LAFC the lead once again. But Tillman's just added that extra presence in midfield and made it more difficult.
Acosta back for Ordashano. Pops out for Acosta. Now Buka on the first time, and Lloris able to get down to his left in time. Assad. Valenzuela on the turn, and that is a nasty challenge for Marlon right on the edge of the penalty area. He'll go into the book. And that's going to do it full time. A much-needed win in league play for LAFC just 72 hours after they lift the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup, take down Pat Noonan and FC Cincinnati.